Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It's your boy Tony D. It is now time for Week 13, Bell Kings Fantasy Football League. Stats, recommendations, and suggestions in accordance with NFL.com, being that that's what we run our league through. Um, I'm quite sure everybody's busy, so I'm gonna go ahead and run this my way for today. I want to thank each and every member who has been here all season, who has helped to make the season active, help keep this broadcast active on a weekly basis. I am actually doing my little check to see that this is going through to all platforms as we speak right now. Good. Um, while we're at it, let me go ahead and get this started. We will do it like this one. Yeah, I'll set it up like that. Just making sure I'm clear everywhere. Good. All right, let's start it off. Quarterbacks. I'm going to make this quick. I'm going to make this about 30 minutes because I'm actually exhausted. I really am. I had a good week last week. Real good week last week. Start them and sit them. Tua Tagovailoa versus the 49ers. I personally would have I've been active against him playing due to the injury he had earlier this season, but he's playing very well. He's getting his numbers. They're on the discrepancies in his performance. We're just going to be concerned about his health. And who are we to want somebody to not play when we would ourselves? I fully understood it. I want to say, as of right now, congratulations to Tua Tagovailoa for not only surviving the injury, not only for coming back through it after the injury, before during a full season, or at least the majority of the season as of right now. Congratulations. When I start them against the 49ers, you have to. Because if you want a chance, any chance against the 49ers, you need your best players. You need your player that the team feels comfortable with. There you go. There you have it. I'm all for it. Justin Herbert against the Raiders, no brainer. Personally, in my opinion, no brainer at all. No brainer. The Raiders have not looked their best, but they are playing. So I've got no disrespect against the Raiders. Their record is the biggest aspect of disrespect against them. They've got a solid team. They got a lot of players. I don't know what's going on. But Justin Herbert, yeah, I would start him. Even though he was injured at the beginning of the season and I did have him, he has came back. He is playing well. I've got no debate against this one. Jimmy Garoppolo against the Dolphins. Now, we just said we're going to have Tua Tagovailoa against the 49ers. You need Jimmy Garoppolo against the Dolphins because the 49ers seem to play very well when Jimmy G is on the field. Take any and every aspect of criticism you have and throw it out the window. The team plays better when he's on the field. I wanted to see Trey Lance have a good season. He got hurt. I hope he comes back next season with no problem. I want to see what he's going to do, but they seem to be getting somewhere with Jimmy Garoppolo. There is no debate. There is no other question. They have a unit. I dare say the 49ers are now building a dynasty. You have a cohesive unit. You have been to the Super Bowl. You have tried to replace it and it didn't work the same. I dare say the 49ers are starting a dynasty. Period. End of story. Trevor Lawrence against the Lions. This is a no-brainer to me. Trevor Lawrence had a shaky beginning. Then they seemed to come together. The Lions, fantasy football-wise, they put up a lot of points, but their record doesn't show it. This is a no-brainer, even though both schedules, actually both records aren't the strongest. This is a no-brainer right here. Those are your startums. Here comes your situms. Deshaun Watson against the Texans. Deshaun Watson is about to make his season debut against the Houston Texans. He's been out of the game for a while. You may not want to take a risk on him. I don't know how else to say this. I would. They just gave him a fat contract. He's itching to get back out on the field. He's going through a whole lot of legality issues, relocations, press conferences. I'm putting his butt on the start. I'm starting him against Texas. Texas are 1-9. Technically, it should be a gravy train, but when you have been out of shape and this is your old team, It may not wind up being the best, but I would definitely take this risk. I would, even though they say sit him. They even recommended this week quarterbacks to play over him. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. No problem. Ladies and gentlemen, you have everything you need right there. I would start him. Personally. Don't take my word for it. I've only had 2 championships in fantasy football in a whole bunch of years. I would start him because I've got games where I've been right. They also say play Watson over. Y'all tripping. Tom Brady. They say to sit him against the Saints. Let me make sure I got this properly. They want you to sit Tom Brady against the Saints. I'm going to let you read it for yourself. How else can I say this? I would not sit him. There ain't no way in the hell. Brady be making it happen. Seriously. They give you the whole narrative right there. Read, enjoy, all of that good stuff. I wouldn't sit him. Ryan Tannehill against the Eagles. This is shaky to me as well. The Eagles are one of the best teams, if not the best team, in the NFL this season, as of right now. And there are Super Bowl predictions to plenty of us. Ryan Tannehill tends to play well, comes from behind, was injured, came back. The team seemed to be more cohesive. He was an asset to the Tennessee Titans, in my opinion. He has been an asset to the Tennessee Titans, in my opinion, for the past couple of years. Even though they are going up against the best team, you are going to want your best quarterback against your best team. I am against this prediction, but this is what they say. Russell Wilson against the Baltimore Ravens. In order for him to redeem himself, yes. That's all there is to it. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your quarterback recommendations for Week 13, according to NFL.com. Oh, the co-founder has arrived. Brian.
Good, sir.
What's up, man? I'm still trying to wake up. I'm a little groggy, so I'm still trying to wake up. Y'all got to forgive me. I'm going to get up.
Groggy.
Yeah, I'm groggy.
I went out last night. I'm like drowsy as hell, but my body's so used to waking up early now. It's like I don't even need an alarm.
You need an alarm. You need an alarm. I'm gonna go ahead and run to the running backs. Let's see what we got here. Without the audio. Running backs. Start them. Aaron Jones against the Bears. What do you think?
Aaron Jones against the Bears?
Yes.
Probably not.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I would. You want your best players against your opposing teams? I think I would. I think he did pretty good last week.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, he did pretty good last week, so I think I would run with him. Pretty much a no-brainer to me.
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson against the Bills. I don't think I would start anybody on the Patriots against the Bills, even though they'll get yards on the field. They're not going to get the touchdowns. I will look crazy.
Yeah, but the problem is with like what I have with the Patriots though, it's always like it's a carousel. It's like, okay, you do 2 plays. All right, next guy, you do 2 plays. Next guy, you do 2 new plays. It's like it's hard to keep up because I did that when you had Rex Burkhead, you had Sony Michel, you had somebody else. It was all in a rotation, and I got very low points.
Right. I think I would run. I would be against it. I would be against it. They recommended though. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Points wise, like I said, on the field, on the ground, he'll probably get some yards. I don't see him scoring, but he'll get some yards. And that's fine. But the Bills are still sitting up there, one of the best teams in the NFL, not just the AFC, period. And it's still
they still, I think they're like within the top 5 best defenses.
Mm-hmm. David Montgomery against the Packers. I don't know much about the Packers defense to talk against this, but I see their record.
The one thing I can say about like David Montgomery, like his running style reminds me a little bit like with given more time and probably with a better offensive line, he'll be running like AP.
Yeah, I could hear and see that. Points wise, the Bears are looking good this season. Points wise, they had a couple good weeks, which is a plus because most
times. I think Jay Fields is back too.
Yeah, if he's back, it's on and popping. Let's be clear. If he's back, it's on and popping. Damian Pierce against the Browns. Of course, you got to have your best player on your team against one of the best teams in the NFL. Well, not by the record. Not by the record. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. I've seen them play ball. You got to look at these teams. You got to understand what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Your record does not reflect everything because some of these teams will have poor records and excellent numbers from their fantasy football play or from their players specifically.
Yeah.
Browns, I saw that game against the Steelers earlier this season. I'm going to talk about it for them. I know what I saw. That team looks better than what that record portrays. But I will start Damian Pierce. He's going to get his yards. That's not a question to me. That's not a question. Sit him. Jeff Wilson, running back for the Dolphins against the 49ers. Take your time. Exactly. Okay.
I think he's going to have a tough time. I mean, if anything, like if he does get any type of good yardage, 5 yards tops. Because most of the time he'll probably carry like 17 times and maybe get 1 or 2 yards per carry.
Right.
Because D'Amico Ryans is like he's really getting that squad together defensively.
Right.
And I know the guy too.
Oh, you know him personally? Ain't that something?
Well, I mean, like I don't hang out with him, but like I've met him a few times when he played for the Texans because he was our linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, humble guy. And then when he went to Philly, he played for Philly. Then he played for the 49ers. Then he was like the linebacker coach for the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
But he's around some good minds. But he's very like from what I know of him and all the talks that I've had with him, like all the Texan radio shows, he's very intuitive. He's like very, very studious. So he wants to perfect his knowledge of defense and everything. That's why you see the record the way it is. And if you look on the defensive stats, it's really like the defense it's like the defense bend, but they didn't break.
That's fair. That's fair. I said lean with it, rock with it, roll with it if you got it. Cordero Patterson against Steelers. Now this confuses me.
Well, Pittsburgh's 4-7, Atlanta's 5-7. So that
let's look at why they're running the ball. I will not sit Cordero Patterson mainly because he's dual threat in the backfield, but he is officially split in the backfield, like they say, the same number with Tyler Algier. Nice little two-headed monster in the backfield, personally. But as far as double-digit points, there's your issue. I understand that. I truly understand that. But I wouldn't sit him.
Okay.
I kind of see him getting in. I kind of see both of them getting in the end zone against Steelers. I kind of see both of them getting in the end zone. You might not get the maximum number of points by position in the whole league, but for my team, if that was my team, I would start him. What do you think?
Yeah, I would start him. I mean, like he's finally Cordell Passer. I mean, he's in an offense that really works with him.
Yes.
So it really utilizes his strengths and weaknesses. So yeah, I start him.
Exactly. Devin Singletary, they say to sit him against the Patriots. I wouldn't. I'm going to read this narrative, but I must be clear. I would not. So he's not getting the ball enough, just based on what they're saying.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much he's pretty much on that same flux that Kenyon Drake is.
Postseason preservation. Well, late season preservation, I will call it. Based on what I'm reading right here, they're saving him for the postseason. I understand that.
I mean, that's because like in the postseason, that's when they really would go off.
Absolutely. Isaiah Pacheco of the Chiefs against the Bengals.
Yeah.
So he's been getting the ball all season, which I do believe that. He hasn't been getting the ball enough. It's not his fault. Kansas City Chiefs got offensive weapons all over the place. Look at the Bengals record, 7-4. Beginning of the season, we did not think they was going back. We did not think they was going to make it to the postseason. Look at the Bengals. They're about to see the postseason.
Again, yeah.
Yes, they're about to see the postseason. I think they're going to come back for the Super Bowl. Spoiler alert, there's your surprise AFC team.
It just takes time.
It just makes sense. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your running backs. Running back recommendations, week 13, NFL.com. Let us now go to the wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Kansas City Chiefs as a wideout. I don't think I've seen enough of a gap in the Kansas City Chiefs defense to agree with this. Personally, I do not. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. However, he is one of their best wide receivers. He's also one of the best wide receivers in the NFL.
I mean, if you put him in the slot, he's dangerous.
Yeah, that's all it is to it.
Yeah, just run like simple screens, little slot routes. Don't go totally crazy with it.
Mm-hmm. Christian Kirk against the Detroit Lions. Now, I talked about Christian Kirk when he got there this season. I think he's on a team where he gets to rejuvenate himself. He gets to make the most happen. And he's got to reprove himself, reprove his value. He's going up against
he's been doing great for me. So
I believe you.
Because I have him in our league and my other league, and I'm like, yes.
I honestly see this as a no-brainer. Quite frankly, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Christian Watson, Green Bay Packers wide receiver against the Bears. Hell, why not? I don't even know who this dude is, but he's getting a lot of props for this narrative that I am reading. Looks like he's getting the ball. He's getting in the end zone. They don't expect him to do what he's doing. However, I think the Bears would find him, even though they are 3-0. The Bears are great at stopping you from having a high-scoring game. So they say go with it. I say go for it. Garrett Wilson of the Jets against the Vikings. You're recommending a Jets wideout against the Vikings? Really? Yeah, we're going to mess around this season and have a Vikings-Bengals Super Bowl. If you look
I mean, like, again, like with the Jets, I mean, Joe Flacco.
Good point.
I mean, he could read it. And I mean, again, it's the same thing with Christian Kirk and the other guy. Do like some screens, some slight post, do some slants, little post pat, keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're already expecting, you got a big name, like, oh, we got to double team him, we got to do this. It's like, no, just play mind games.
Exactly. Okay. I'll take care of that. I got your message. Sit him. Donovan Peoples-Jones against the Texans. Really?
No. I mean, he's gonna get yards. He's gonna get yards. He's not gonna get like high double digits, but he'll probably, I'll say 12 points at best.
Right. I'll take it. Adam Thielen against the Jets. What? I'm not sitting here. But I will admit, you got to see Sauce Gardner in there.
Yeah, no, look at that. I had Thielen as a sit last week, and then went on to score 24 points. Roast me for it.
Right, because that's crazy. And Thielen gets the ball. They're sleeping on him. I'm not sleeping on him, even though it's against the Jets. Big ups to the Jets this season. Ladies and gentlemen, you haven't seen a record like this from the Jets since Brett Favre was the quarterback. Somebody prove me wrong. The Jets have had an outstanding season. Period. End the story. They have had an outstanding season as of right now. Traylon Burks against the Eagles. Tennessee Titans wideout. I'm going to play him. You may not get maximum points. I will play him. The Jets are very competitive. They're not working on dominance. They're working on being competitive, standing and represent themselves, which they do deserve a lot of props for because this past decade for them has been horrible. I do not know much about Traylon Burks, but you have your narrative right here with Ryan Tannehill, the quarterback. Honestly.
And the thing with Tannehill, though, I mean, he'll spread the wealth.
Yeah. Curtis Samuel, the Washington Commanders against the Giants. I like Curtis Samuel as a wide receiver.
Oh, dude, start him.
I like Curtis Samuel. The Giants, they're a tough team, but I would. This just I'd have to start him. Curtis Samuel was a great player. The Commanders are not that bad of a team, in my opinion. I kind of
Yeah,
predicted that.
because the main focus will be McLaurin,
Hmm.
and then you have Logan Thomas too. So
Well, let me tell you now, McLaurin and Logan Thomas are out there, but they will not sleep on Samuel. Curtis Samuel has had decent numbers.
yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, you have all these targets and everything. So the Giants, they got tough. It's a tough task,
Yes, it
and
is.
on top of that, it's mainly um. Wait, Henneke is Henneke starting or is Wentz starting?
Just let me case per game. Oh, he's done these numbers with Tyler Henneke as a starter. Oh no, he's only got small numbers with Henneke's a starter. That's why they say sit him.
Yeah, but Henneke, this is his second year.
Yeah, but that's your boy.
I know.
That's your boy. You have eyes on him. Ladies and
Yes, I
gentlemen,
do.
wide receiver recommendations, week 13, NFL.com. Brian, if you like him, go for him. That's what I do. I've been right more than once. Just don't look crazy afterwards for me and
Right.
you. Oh, tight end recommendations. Start him. George Kittle against the Dolphins. Any questions?
Yes. No. He's a
Dalton
big
Schultz.
target.
Exactly. Dalton Schultz against the Colts. Any questions?
Start him. Nope.
It's just a given.
Because I made that I regretted that because I benched him last week and that cost me. I mean, well, I still won.
Mhm.
I still won, not by much, but it would have been greater if I had started him.
Agreed. And don't get me wrong, Dalton Schultz is the number one tight end. I already knew it. I already saw it. I know he got hurt, but it looks like he's back. Plus, his backup, Jake Ferguson, is right there with him. The Dallas Cowboys are a very dangerous offensive team, ladies and gentlemen, and very dangerous defensive team.
Yeah, because
But they look
I have
decent.
yeah, because in my other league I have four Cowboys starting. I have Tony Pollard, Dalton Schultz, uh, Cowboys defense, and the kicker Mar.
And you haven't lost much, have you? They put up great numbers, have they?
Yeah, they put up real good numbers. I mean,
Excellent.
like Cowboys defense,
Uh-huh.
um, Cowboys defense from week one,
Uh-huh.
6 points, and then
So,
week two, 11 points, then
there
12
you go.
points, then 12 points.
There you
Week
go.
five against the Rams, 25 points.
Keep going.
Week six against the Eagles, 6 points.
Keep going.
Week seven against Detroit, 23.
Better
Week
tell them.
week eight against Chicago, 11.
You
Week
better
10,
tell
then you have the bye week, and then week 10 they had 5 points, but week 11 against Minnesota, 18, and then on Thanksgiving Day, it's 6 points. So they're still putting up a fight.
them. Period. That in the story. There you
Yeah,
go. That's all you need. Pat Fryermuth of the Steelers against the Falcons. I start.
yeah,
I
Pat Fireman, yeah.
yeah, I start. I start. There's no other
But so far, like as far as Dalton Schultz is concerned, he had really two stellar games. Week 10 against Green Bay, he had 11, and then on Thanksgiving he had 15.
right. I start.
So, yeah, I start him.
We also have Gerald Everett against the Raiders. I find this to be a little tricky. I find this personally to be a little
Yeah,
tricky.
it's kind of like in case of emergency, break glass.
Well, you're going to have an emergency because that is how. Personally, I think that's how they get down. They're actually all right. But Gerald Everett of the Chargers against the Raiders. The Raiders are up and down. You have no idea.
Yeah,
You have no idea what you're going to go through with the Raiders. I'm not mad at them, but you just have no idea what you're going to go through with the Raiders.
I just if they had like a better offensive coordinator.
I don't have a problem with their offensive coordinator. Honestly, I just got a problem with their record. You never know what to expect.
Right.
You never know what to expect. They could win, they could lose. I would go with it, and I would have to deal with the consequence afterwards, which I'll get them that. I think they're worth it. I think I'll try it. Who else we got here? Sit them. Cade Otton against the Saints. I wouldn't. I would not. You don't have Gronk. Your offense has been kind of in and out. is out there, so that's why they would recommend it. Something tell me he's gonna sneak a touchdown in against the Saints. Any questions?
No.
Exactly. I agree. Austin Hooper against the Eagles. This is tricky to me. Austin Hooper is a former tight end of Atlanta Falcons. I think he had a good game. It was either last week or the week before. I barely remember it, but I do remember.
And he used to play for the Cardinals.
Yes. He's a decent tight end in my opinion. He may not get you high numbers, but
He's
I
a big
think
target though.
yes, you would want him for when he does score instead of being mad at yourself for not having him on the roster when he gets in the end zone. You know what I
And
mean?
again,
He's a,
Tannehill,
he's an insurance.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Tannehill really he relies on his tight ends.
A lot of them are for blocking, short pass,
Yep.
yardage, quick
Hmm.
red zone play, all
Yeah.
that good stuff. I'm all right with Austin Hooper due to his experience. I can hear you for the week, but due to his experience, I'm okay with him. Mike Gesicki against the 49ers. Let me be
Start
clear.
him.
When
Start him.
people don't have any other tight ends to grab on the free agent market, you grab Mike Gesicki. You grab him. Even though he's going up against the 49ers. I think he'll make good, tough plays and points. I dare say he'll see the end zone this game. I dare say that.
Yeah.
Robert Tunyon, Green Bay Packers tight end against the Bears. You
Sit him.
need him. You need him.
You need
You
him, but
yes.
he's not utilized enough.
Fair enough. Insurance
And
policy. You
yeah,
rather have
and with Aaron Rodgers, I mean, I had to drop Tunyon too because I mean, it's like I picked up Aaron Rodgers and Robert Tunyon,
right.
and I thought, yay, cool, because his rapport with tight ends, but
Yes.
nope, like
Not this.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has failed me, and so that's why I had to drop them both.
Fully understood, bro. Fully understood. Ladies and gentlemen, tight end recommendations, week 13, NFL.com. Defenses, I'll make this the last category because by now you should know who your kickers are. No disrespect to the kickers out there, but the kickers tend to go with how high scoring your team is and how much you move the ball downfield. We've covered that a lot. Start the Cowboys defense against the Colts. Yep. Any question?
Yes.
That's
Nope.
all there is to it. That's all there is to it. You're going to start the Seahawks defense against the Rams? I am. Let's be clear. They have no Cooper Kupp. I am. You have no Matt Stafford. I am. You don't have Darrell Henderson. I'm going to move on. Seahawks going to win that game. The Browns over the Texans. Any questions?
Yes.
Thank you.
No. I mean that it's the same thing. I mean that
It's a
offensive line, Texans offensive line. I mean it's just the defense. And this is what really upsets me though. It's like the defense could do the job, but the offense needs an overhaul.
Easily.
I'm not denying it at all. I mean, like I told you like weeks ago, even when I showed you that picture, I said on my very absolute worst day playing Madden football had better stats than when Texas played Washington.
Gotcha. Ravens over the Broncos. That's a
Ravens.
yeah, that's a no-brainer. The Broncos look ridiculous this season. Sit them. Sit the Bengals defense against the Chiefs. I would not.
I wouldn't.
I say I would.
It's going to be a good matchup.
Yes, I say I wouldn't because I know what I saw from the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I'm going to emphasize that again. They was all over everybody. Don't get me wrong. The Chiefs can make it happen. Points wise, they are correct, but I will start the Bengals because they nah.
I would say like I'll probably would say like the difference will be by 7. Like one of the teams will win by 7. 3 at best.
Right. 49ers over the Dolphins. I wouldn't sit the 49ers defense. I would not. I don't think they'll be embarrassed, but I could see them getting 2 picks in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them getting 2 picks in this game. And that will be all you need to make yourself look justified. The Lions over the Jaguars. I'll be honest with you. The Jaguars, look at those records, ladies and gentlemen. I'm taking it. I'm going to start them. I'm going to start them. One of these 2 defenses is going to get high points. Seriously.
I'll say Jacksonville. They're hungry because now they're really gelling.
They're gelling, yes, but the record doesn't reflect it. I remember I said that earlier this season.
True. I mean, yes. But I mean, it's just because you're starting with a new coach after Nick Saban after he had
Yes.
his exit. So, but they're starting to gel, and then on top of that, the guys believe in their coach now. So Doug Peterson is doing something.
Hmm.
Because I mean, already like you got a few players saying like they will go through 3 walls for Doug Peterson now.
That's a definite plus for your team.
Yep.
Definitely plus for your teams. Sit the Colts defense against Cowboys. Yeah, but you know what? I quote Stephen A. Smith. Just wait. This is the time of the year. Actually, Dallas's record in December has been excellent, even though I was back with Tony Romo. But Dallas seems to falter as of right now. They're like they're going to the playoffs. The Colts
Yeah.
aren't. Because the Colts have nothing to lose, which makes them a little bit more dangerous.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if anything, the Colts may well along with because damn, because see, it's the Colts, the Titans, and the Jags. That it's a 3-way battle for the
AFC South.
division, for the
AFC.
division.
Yes. Yes.
So
I think I would have them there because
I mean,
you know
the Colts have a very good. They have the front line. Now the secondary, that's to be debatable. I mean, because if you got C.D. Lamb catching like he was catching on Thanksgiving, and then
yes, Lord. CD
yeah,
Lamb.
and then you got Michael Gallup catching the way he's catching, and then you got Dalton Schultz, and then Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard, there you go. I told you about him, didn't I?
Yeah,
Tony Pollard. I would run with it. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your defense recommendations.
we
Week
got
13.
Rich.
.com.
Rich in the
Did-
comments.
Rich is in the comments. Rich.
Damn, verify your phone number on Twitch, Tony. LOL.
Dude,
On my
you
lunch
know
break.
what, Rich?
Quick hello from the day job.
Rich, I've been doing that on Twitch. It's not acting right for me, man. I've been going through that for weeks with that daggone website, but I'm all good. We just finished all the categories. I appreciate you coming through, Rich. Brian, I think we got everything covered, man. I wanted to keep this at 30 minutes. I appreciate you popping up.
Yeah, sorry for the delay. I showed you the picture. I was making a good, delicious gourmet grilled cheese sandwich.
I don't care about you cooking.
Four cheeses, man. It was delicious.
You and your cheeses. I went through that phone number thing with Twitch about 2-3 months ago, Rich. I'm exhausted. I'm going to work on it since I asked you to work on your stuff. I'm going to try to get on that today. Let me go get some breakfast. I'm going to chill out. I want to thank any and everybody who came through. I want to thank any and everybody who watched the replay. Brian, I appreciate you showing up. Rich, salute to you as always. I did get your message earlier this week saying that you weren't going to be able to make it, so we are good. I will try to catch you tomorrow morning. Ladies and gentlemen, catch Fireman Rich with the morning coffee on twitch.tv. He may throw it on YouTube afterwards. That's my man. Salute to him. Get your overtime. I got mine yesterday. That's why I'm exhausted. 6 10-hour days this week. I am beat. I'm going to go lay back down. I'll get some breakfast later on.
You could go ahead and say it.
What?
It's my show.
Oh, no. I'm not doing that. This is our show. It's about time.
This is our show.
You had this. I will definitely be catching everybody next Sunday morning. I might run something during the week. I might come up with a post-game show. I know Ted has recommended that more than once. We'll see how it goes. But thank you all for popping up. Thank you all for coming through. I will catch you on this go-around. Everybody take care. Check your rosters. Check your rosters. Check your rosters. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace, fellas.
Goodbye, everybody.